Right, so for the materia setup, it's pretty straightforward, just like the other hard mode bosses up to this point. We're running lightning with elemental on cloud, simply just due down to the fact, it's the Terror of the Deep is obviously weak to lightning. Running enemy skill to get those buffs and obviously given opportunities to use the enemy skills. There's some good ones that we can benefit from. We've got a maxed out prayer. We've got the MP up. We're running revival just in case we need to get anybody up. And then the purples, we're using 2 HP ups to obviously make sure we're getting that 30% HP. We're running precision defense focus materia. We're running first strike, ATB stagger, and skill master materia just to give me them ATB chances across the board in the fight. And then we're just because I'm leveling up and running poison petrify materia with AP up, no other reason. Main things that you want to look into this build are obviously the elemental weakness linked with elemental materia, these 2 enemy skill prayer, and then probably revival as standard really in hard mode just in case. But all the purples, I'd probably say, are important as well. And obviously the rune blade. Reason we're using the rune blade is because it's the best magic attacked weapon the Cloud has got, and we're going to be using obviously lightning a lot to get the job done and get the Terror of the Deep staggered as quickly as possible. Moving on to Barret, pretty similar setup, lightning, but with this one we're using it with magic focus materia. Mine's only obviously 1 star at the moment. That's going to be important later on down the line. MP up, HP up, the time materia, spirit up because I'm just leveling it up, HP up, stead block fast, strength up, and precision defense materia as well. And then I'm running healing with magnify so he can cure the party. Next up, Tifa, again, lightning and wind materia linked with elemental, just so Tifa and Cloud are dealing those elemental damages. Then we've got ATB stagger, HP up, a prayer that I'm trying to get to 5 star, which is not far off now. First strike materia, ATB assist is important with Tifa because she's going to use the most ATB commands back to back than any other character. Then we've got an MP up and another MP up. And then finally, I'm leveling up Swift Cast with her, so I've got that linked with AP up. Right, so let's get into the fight with the Terror of the Deep. There's a bit of a running theme with these hard mode bosses. You set up with the elemental weakness, you use that to get the stagger, and then you take them out. Apart from a few of their moves, they're pretty much similar fights. So we're just going to go through it in today's video for you. I always like to start off using Barret's Overcharge. It seems to be a good way to get the ball rolling, and in all honesty, using Overcharge when it's back is quite important in these fights, I've noticed. Seems to make a lot of difference in the pressure gauge. But as you can see, I got Sonic Boom off with Cloud, and the ATBs with Barret are charging up very nicely. So we're going to be using our normal basic attacks with Cloud until he gets grasped by the grasping tail. So you're going to see him getting picked up in a few seconds. And when this happens, as so, we're going to switch to Barret, and we're going to use level 1 Thunder to get him off. And this is going to create a pressured state pretty quickly. And at this point, we're just going to go in with a few focused abilities, depending on who's got the ATB charges, to get him staggered. Now, in this phase, you want to use the Overcharge if you can. I don't utilize Overcharge with Barret enough in this video, I'm not going to lie. But then what we're going to do is we're going to want to get our ATB gauges up and start using Thundaga. And as you can see, straight into the second phase already. Nice and easy, pretty simple. Now, after the animation, he's going to use the Oceanic Tornado ability. Just keep whatever character you're controlling out of the middle and avoiding the water spirals as well. If you do need to heal at this point, do get a heal off with Barret. Obviously keep everybody topped up, and then it's going to be a bit of a rinse and repeat. Now we're going to do the same thing, use Overcharge with Barret at this point, switch the Cloud, build up that gauge as quickly as we can, and I kind of wait until Cloud gets picked up by the grasping tail again. If characters do get caught by the water cells, use level 1 Thunder on them to unlock them straight away. As you can see, I was pretty unlucky here. As I was casting, I got obviously the second water cell, so it is a little bit tricky for Tifa to get things going, but it won't be too long before you do get things back to normal if something like that happens. Again, just using a cure because Barret's health is low, get everybody topped up, and as I say, we're trying to use basic attacks with Cloud, and then we're going to try and get him in the pressured state again. But as you can see, we keep on getting the water cell ability against us, so we kind of just need to keep on using the ATB gauges to take those cells out. He's also going to use the water jet ability sporadically as well. It does take quite a chunk of HP up. You've just got to keep on top of it. But as you can see, he's gone back into the Oceanic Tornado ability, same as last time. We didn't manage to get him staggered or pressured at any point in that particular phase. But nevertheless, we're just going to rinse and repeat. And hopefully, this time, things go to plan. So as you can see, I'm just piling the pressure up a cloud now, building up ATB gauges with the other characters as best as we can to counteract the water cells. Make sure you only use level 1 Thunder on these though, otherwise you're going to run out of MP pretty quickly. While I've got the opportunity, I will just use Tifa to take out one of the cells. As you can see, I just timed it there where I could use the 180B to get Barret out as well. So as you can see, we're quite close to getting him staggered, and we do so pretty quickly. Obviously, where I've lacked here is using Thundarga or Thunderer on him, but I haven't had the opportunity because of all the water cells. So you've got to kind of play that out as best as you can. You've got to keep on top of the water cells whilst trying to deal damage. So it might just be a case of back to the wall like I've done, just chipping away while keeping your party healed and out of the water cells before you can get him staggered for the second time. As you can see now, I'm going in heavy with the limit breaks to get a good chunk of damage taken off. And as you can see, he's nearly dead now, but he will come in strong towards the end. There are a few areas here where I lose quite a lot of HP. But I'm just keeping him away from that Oceanic ability at the moment, and then he just pops up on the right hand side. We're going to switch over to Barret, use Overcharge again because it's just good process, and then the job is done. Pretty straightforward, as I say. Hopefully I've helped you out in the sense of, you know, setup, strategy, and hopefully you'll get it done a lot quicker and easier than me as well. But just to recap, obviously Overcharge, switch to Cloud, wait for Cloud to be grasped, pressure, stagger for the first phase, and then second and third phases, just keep away from the abilities, keep yourself healed up, damage where you can, get that second stagger, and hopefully you won't even need to come out of that second stagger stage, but if you do, just keep on chipping away. Anyway, that is it for today's Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth video. If you did like it, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, that's the video.